Hello and welcome to my creative space. The journal page today is about fun and colour. And who doesn't want some playtime sometimes? And I have with me today my herbal tea, brewed from herbs that I picked from my garden. Ooh, yum. And for this project, you're going to need some strong coffee or tea. And a journal page is a great place for you to put the quotes that you love into it, so that they're always there for you to have a look when you want a little bit of inspiration. The quote I've chosen for this page is actually an Indian proverb, and it is, "All flowers of tomorrow are the seeds of today." This got me thinking. It's like life as well. Today is the result of your thoughts and actions in the past. They were the seeds you planted then. Today, your thoughts and actions are the seeds that you're planting for your tomorrows. So have a think about what seeds that you are planting today. I love this. It's simple and yet very profound. And I want to share with you the finished page that I have created in this video for you, because after I finished videoing, I actually made a change, which is something you can do in your journal pages. As you look back, you think, I think I'll change that or I'll add that, and that's okay. So here it is. And what I've done is I've outlined it in black because I felt it made more of a statement, and I like it just that little bit better. So grab your cuppa and let's get started. I want to share with you today, when you open up your journal page and you've got a blank page and you just don't quite know where to start. And it's good to start with a background before you begin building the layers on your page. This is a very simple method. All you need is a strong cup of coffee, or tea if you drink tea. I don't drink coffee, but my husband does, so I raided his coffee jar. But don't do as I did the first time, as I dipped my fingers in the boiling hot coffee. Ouch! This one is nice and cold. So just dip your fingers in and splash. Dip them in again and splash. And a bit more. Whoops. You can splash them about as much as you like. And then we can add a little bit of colour to it. Now a colour I like, whoops, where's it gone? Okay. Oh. Here it is. It's a beautiful turquoise colour, my big favourite at the moment. So just squeeze a little bit out. I've got a disposable palette here at the moment. When you finish, you just tear it off and put it in the bin, or you can use a paper plate, anything that you've got to hand. Then grab a paintbrush. Dip it in the water and get your paint quite watery. There you are, that's quite, and then splash about. And if you like, you can splash another colour on there if you like, or a colour that you really like. You don't have to use the colours that I like. This is your page. And then you let that dry, or you can use a hairdryer to let that dry before we put on the next layer. Now that we have that all nice and dry, we're going to paint a vase of flowers over it. And I'm just going to do a very simple impressionist style flower. If you like, you can cut out images from a magazine and put it over there. This background, you can do anything that you like with it. So first of all, you can just pencil in, say where the vase is going to go. And roughly sketch in where your flowers are going to go. So we've got a rough composition there. Of where we're going to go. So when you're happy with it, we'll start painting. And seeing I've got this beautiful turquoise colour out, I think I will begin with that. And paint my vase turquoise. And I'll put a little bit of white out so I can put some shape into the vase through the tone of the vase, the colour on the vase, which gives the illusion of the vase being round, curved. And remember, you've got to have some fun with this and just be nice and relaxed. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is your art journal and it isn't about being perfect. It's about you just simply enjoying the process of creating on the page. And I do this very differently to when I'm standing at the canvas. And I have this cat scratching at the door wanting to get in, so she's just going to have to wait a while. There we are. Whoops, I better move that cup of coffee because I nearly dipped my paintbrush into it. And now I think I might do some orange flowers. And these are just going to be very loose impression of flowers, but it will still look beautiful. So just do them nice and loosely. And I'm going to start off with some nice orange, because I think the orange goes beautifully with this turquoise colour. I'm going to get used to talking while I'm creating. Not used to it, but we'll get there. And another one. We might just have them bumping together. And another one. 3 is always a good number instead of having even numbers. It's much more pleasing to the eye and a little bit more arty. Then I think we might do a pink one here. So this is the brand of paint that I use sometimes, and it's whatever you can afford or whatever you've got on hand is perfectly fine. And I'll use some of this nice soft pink now. And just like the page where we're building up another layer on top of our background, we're going to build up layers on our flower. I'll have a little pink one peeping out from behind, because when flowers are in a vase, they go in all sorts of ways. And then we might have some nice soft blue flowers. And if it doesn't go quite on your pencil marks, it doesn't matter. Pencil marks all add to it. And I think I might darken them a bit with adding just little bits of that turquoise in there. And I'll get some white, because I think I might like to make them sort of fluffy blue flowers. You know how some flowers are like pom-poms? I'll see about making these a bit pom-pomish. There we are. A bit more darkness. As I said, we just keep building up the layers. And you just keep doing it until it is pleasing to your eye. Because we all see things very differently. And that's exactly what I'm doing here, is just layer upon layer until I get it looking how I would like it to look. And it's not often you get exactly what you want with just one brush stroke. It's not how it works. And I'll just put a little bit more white out. Oh, the cat's just come in the cat door now. Now we'll do the orange. I might make these a little bit like, you have all those little tight petals of a dahlia, you know, that old-fashioned flower, which my grandmother used to grow in abundance in her garden and always looked beautiful, cut up and displayed in the vase. And the vase of flowers in your home certainly adds beauty to it. And flowers in your garden adds beauty to your life. So today we're adding beauty to your art journal. I'll start with a bit of orange, more orange. Okay. And we got a little bit of our splashes showing through, but that's okay. There we are. Now we start doing the little petly thing. And if you haven't done flowers before and just want to make flowers like that with just going round in circles, that is perfectly fine. Your vase of flowers will still look beautiful. Okay, one more orange. Oops. I looked away to see if I had any paint on me, which I quite often do. I'm not the tidiest, neatest painter. I quite often get paint everywhere. That's half the fun, isn't it? Being a bit of a kid again and just playing, having fun. And you can see I'm just pushing outside the line a bit, which gives them a little bit more shape and form of a flower, because no flower is perfect. And even though these are all dahlias, and just like the dahlias growing on a bush, each individual one is just a little bit different from the others. That's the beauty of nature. So flowers are individuals just like we're individuals. And we show our beauty our way. And for the centre, we're just going to put a little bit of, it's a light brown. And just there. Just a little bit. And I think I'm going to put a tiny little bit of dab of turquoise in there. Oh, how cool is that? And that sort of ties them in with the vase. Now for the pretty pink, pretty in pink. We'll do this one just a little bit different, I think. I'll make them a bit more like a rose shape. And you'll probably find as you're painting, you get ideas of doing things, what to do on your page. It sort of evolves as soon as you start doing. No use sitting looking at the blank page saying, I do not know where to start. It's all in the starting that the magic comes forward. Put a little bit of orange in there with the pink. So this is a very loose kind of rose. And just like the orange ones, we're building this up as well. And this little one tucking out here. Take the roundness off that. There we are. Now we'll give the rose a little bit of a dark centre. There we are. Oh, we need some leaves. So just get a nice sort of deepish colour green and we'll put our leaves on. Let's see where we're going to put our leaves. I'll definitely cut something coming out of here to fill up that space. a few bits coming out here. And we'll put, there's some wispy things growing out of here. And I've just turned my brush to the side to do the lines. You can get out a fine brush if you like, whatever you feel like doing. And we I'll put a bit of green in there, fill in that white space. Oops, I put my head in the way, sorry. Green leaf going up there. Some coming down here. Oops, I didn't quite mean to make them sort of dunk, dunk, dunk so close together, but it is what it is. Put a little bud on that actually. I might put a little pink rosebud in there. And we'll put a couple up here, a little buds of some kind. And these little things all add a little bit of interest to your vase of flowers. I'm just putting a little bit of white highlight on those. I'll put a little bit of orange on my brush and just dab little things on the end of these wispy green stalks. And a little bit of pink. And down here. And up here. Whoops. That wasn't quite so wispy, was it? Oh well, we'll make these a little bit different. And just a little bit of variation on the leaves. I mixed a bit of white with the green. Oops, picked up the orange. Oh well. And there you have it, is a vase of very loose impressionist paintings, and I think I will just feel those brown walls need a little bit of something. So I've just mixed a tiny little bit of the brown into the blue. And hopefully that will give them just a little bit more definition and shape. And never be afraid to use your fingers. Yeah, that's better. Now, a page like this is really good to put in a favourite quote that you might have, so that you've always got it there, and when you look at the page it could make you feel uplifted. Now, the quote I thought that we would put on here today is need to concentrate, sorry. All flowers of tomorrow are the seeds of today. So you can just draw a little border around it, just to make it a little bit more distinctive. Then cut it out. So our flowers on our journal page are the flowers of tomorrow from the seeds we planted today. So what seeds are we planting in life today? Seeds that will bring you happiness. Seeds that might be making your garden grow. Seeds of joy, any kind of seed. And I think we'll just, put it there. So all we need to do now is put some glue on it. And stick it in. There we are. And our page is now complete. Now, with the background made with coffee, I quite often do this on sheets of paper. And you can see I've splashed a lot more coffee on that, which will make a good background if you want to do some collaging. See, I've gone splashy splashy with that one. Now, with this one, I have splashed over it with a very fine paintbrush, and you can see little fine sprinkles of paint have come out. And there's red, there's the turquoise, and some gold. Now this one, I used the same size brush that I splashed the coffee with on our page, which is a little bit bigger, and made bigger splashes. That's with the orange, but with the blue, I used an even bigger brush and got bigger splashes. So that would make a nice background to stick onto a page. And then I experimented by putting a stencil over it. And I love the look of this with the coffee shining through in places. I think it makes a beautiful background paper. And talking about splashes, I think we might do some splashes on this page just to finish it off. So this is gold, only $2 from Big W. And we'll do a few little splashes with that one. There's my medium-sized splashy brush. And we'll make the gold quite watery. Well, you can tell this is a cheap brush. Got little hairs coming out of it. But that shouldn't affect the splashy. And I might actually put a little bit of a darker colour, which is Payne's Grey, on it as well, just for a little bit of contrast, because none of the colours that we have used on here are dark colours. Mind you, I love the bright colours. So I'll make that nice and watery. Whoops, that's enough. And there we are. We've finished our page. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, and I would love you to go ahead and create your own vase of flowers and sow your seeds today, ready for your flowers tomorrow.